Hello and welcome, my can-kicking leaves. So, we're back with Kamen Rider Geats, and let me tell you, this show continues to be great. So, let's have a look immediately at the newest episodes. Episode 6, Encounter 5, Turnabout Boost. Oh, so he's an illegal casino dealer. As a Twitch streamer, I can only say, how topical. So, Morio fled the country after pocketing profits as a dealer. But in a casino, you don't play with real money, and he probably cannot exchange the chips himself, so... I'm not familiar with how this works, but this seems like it can't really be? And Morio used that exchange ticket, which in the end only switched Pump Jack with Buffer, so not much, but well, okay. So apparently he cheated to do this. But we learn in a bit that the way it works is just he redraws a card for her new partner, so it makes sense that only two get exchanged. But the cards not have an imprint of the rider, but it's three-dimensional, so he just was going by the feel of it to draw Buffer, which honestly not really cheating in my books. It's just a flaw in the system. So Ace is giving back the boost buckle because, well, he kinda stole it from Tycoon, which, I didn't know he is like that, but I like it. Well, they, yeah, actually they do. And in some cases they even have to, like in Tokyuja, for example, where they really cannot go into the transformation because of the trains and stuff. So, he's right. Oh yeah, the totally new man who is done with cheating and stuff stole the boost buckle. I am not surprised. Oh, but now this is interesting. He lost a friend because they stole his buckle stuff. So, I guess he's not happy with what Morio does here. So, Buffer's wish is to destroy every single Kamen Rider. How about wishing for those not to be a-holes anymore? That way they could still live and, you know, would make the world better. And yeah, with that backstory, of course he gives it back. Or maybe not that easy. He wants to be beaten in a game to give it back, which... I mean, it's still stolen, and with what happened to your friend, should you act like this? And the game is basically, whoever reaches it first, gets it. Well, easy. And well, Tycoon grabs it first, so he should have won here. But Morio brutally grips it off his hands, which... yeah, that's not fair. That's not how the rules were set. So... yeah, well, Buffer still accepts that as a victory, and I don't know. Given his backstory, it doesn't really make much sense, but, well, he probably just doesn't care about other Kamen Riders, because in his eyes, they're all evil. But, well, Buffer, with a boost buckle on, helps Tycoon for some reason, which is weird. Maybe it's his consciousness? Oh, okay, this is what's going on. Buffer has redrawn as well and is now part of Team Tycoon and Buffer again. Well, the name says it, but yeah. That's a nice twist here. I didn't see that coming. And in the end, of course, Geats wins. And normally I would critique this because the main character always winning is kind of a bad thing. But with Ace as the main character, it kinda makes sense. Even though Tycoon is technically the secret main character here. Yeah, this episode was kind of interesting with the backstory stuff and the teams swapping around. That wasn't bad. Nothing special, but, well, we're in the middle of the first few episodes, so we do have some episodes like this. Oh, and well, Morio is out now as well, so nobody really cared about him, I guess. Desire Grand Prix rule. Those who are disqualified will have their memories relating to the Desire Grand Prix erased, returning to their original lives. Episode 7, Encounter 6, the final boss and kick the can. While going through some stuff from their childhood, they totally do not foreshadow anything that would happen in this episode. Totally not, believe me. Or believe it. Honestly, I really like Neon, but yeah, I wouldn't watch her stupid videos. I mean, trying to run away for 53 parts straight? Come on, that's boring by now. Way boring by now. But oh no, here he comes, the black-haired foreigner. And the cross-dressing foreigner as well. I don't kink shame. But thanks to the Yamato, she can escape the gruesome fate that is the foreigners. So, what a surprise. We're already at the final boss. Not that the title of the episode gave that away. But, well, I guess this show will go on like we get several rounds and the world changes every time, technically. And, yeah, I like that idea. I like that a lot. Anybody even surprised by him getting the boost buckle again? I mean, this is not a negative thing. I love this running gag. He will probably also not use it this time around. Again, which, pretty good running gag as well. So, this tiny, cactus, dragon, a horse, a thingy, is the final boss. And you have to kick the can to defeat it. But if that defeats it, that probably means the Yamato work by the rules set up by Desire Grand Prix, and that is not surprising because Kamen Rider is always based on the evil organization behind everything. But never underestimate the small guys. They can jump up and still kick you in the knee. And it won't even stay small. It absorbs other humans and grows due to their energy, which this show getting a body count, not that that is weird for Kamen Rider. A lot of people die in Kamen Rider. So, okay, it's not only because of the rule set. The can actually is storing all the life energy. If that is gone, it basically returns to not being alive. But where do you kick the can? Is it the distance or something? What is exactly the rule for that? Ah, no body count. As long as they clear the game, everyone will be saved, even the one he drank. Now, wait a minute, this is episode 7, and they fight against that one boss that once won the Grand Prix, diminishing all the riders that were participating. Isn't that a bit high for the beginning of the show? Now wait, let's sort this out. Tycoon asked when Ace started joining the Grand Prix, and he says 81, which apparently is not a joke. But we have just seen the modern world being destroyed by that Jamar, and that was also the killing of all the riders, but as Ace lives, he couldn't have been participating in that, but if he was there in 81, he should have, because it's the modern world, and forget it. I cannot really wrap my head around this. Oh, come on, don't ask him that. He will probably gladly do it. Or not. He's apparently gonna use it himself, but we'll see about that. But first, they feast. That is Neon and Ace, and yeah, of course there will be photos of that and rumors and everything, but, well, guess she does know what she's doing here. And then Keiwa and his sister Sarah come in, and we get this face, which is actually quite funny, because he didn't even tell his sister, who's a big fan of Neon, that he's familiar with Neon. Almost being friends even. And now they can eat noodles together. You lost your parents in an accident, huh? With what we have just learned about that Grand Prix where every rider died, yeah, I don't think I need to spell out what I'm thinking. Huh, Ace doesn't remember his family. Interesting. And probably the big plot behind his backstory.
1,
Ah, now it is more like a final boss. Big and still a horse, dragon, cactus thingy, but big. Okay, here we go. Tycoon actually uses boost this episode. And it looks... yeah, the colors don't match that well. It's hard matching red or orange with green. It can be done, but it's not really. Normally I find roller coasters pretty boring, but this I would ride. By helping Tycoon, he cleared a secret mission, so Ace receives this. A ninja buckle. Or shuriken buckle? I guess the show will tell us. And yeah, he fooled him again. And he's showing him the Flüsterfuchs. And yeah, it is called ninja, and it looks pretty cool, to be honest. I like this form. But why are Kamen Rider ninjas always green? That's a weird color for a ninja. You would assume like blue? A dark tone of blue? Maybe black, even though that's completely wrong. Look it up. Blue is the color to go. And while Ace managed to kick the can, it is caught. And thus does not count. Because what they didn't tell us is it has to go outside of the barrier, so the boss cannot go back to it. Which kinda makes sense, I guess. Also, Keiwa's hurt badly. He's really devastated here. Well, this episode was a nice setup of what's to come next episode. I'm really looking forward to it, so yeah, let's move on. Desire Grand Prix roll. It's game over if every Kamen Rider is defeated. This results in the area being erased. Episode 8. Encounter 7. Secret Weapon Ninja. Neon practices kicking the can, and while Ace and the bartender avoid it, he completely gets hit by it. And I love the scene, it's funny. True, if you wanna train, use the training area. I mean, it's called training area for a reason, I guess. Yeah, he's injured heavily, but his sister is part of the game now, so I get his feelings, and I wouldn't be surprised if he either gets ninja for himself or maybe another power-up form that's not boost. His sister touching the belt, especially touching the core area of the belt, gets some impulse in her that makes her remember something about what I assume are their parents. Okay, maybe their parents weren't riders, but they were killed by the Jamar, and whew, that's a nice lore drop there. Not that surprising, but whew. Of course, she at that time was outside of the barrier, just in case you didn't catch that, because, well, everyone died who was inside. And now his sister gets abducted by a Jamar as well. This episode is going places, and I like it. This is exciting. And of course, Buffer has nothing better to do than to fight with Ace to get that ninja buckle. You know, there are people in danger here. You should care about them. Especially with your backstory, which I do mention a lot. Yes, but, I mean, it fits. And this I love, because he's completely right. If someone can distract the final boss, someone else can kick the can. However, with how the game is built, why would you help someone else to get their dream fulfilled instead of your own? So, would you wanna win? Or would you wanna win? Is the question here. And it is even bigger now. No surprise, it's absorbing more and more humans, including Keiwa's sister. Oof. And well, since no one is willing to be the bait, Tycoon is the bait himself, because he wants to have his sister saved. He doesn't necessarily need to save her himself, which I can get behind. I mean, we know everyone has the right buckle with a power-up bonus, but the ninja buckle actually chose to not transform with Ace, but with Tycoon, and thus Ace wasn't able to, and it flew straight towards Keiwa. This
is interesting. Ninja and boost, making him all the more quick. Shouldn't he turn into a blue hedgehog by now? Huh. He destroyed that big plant that held all the humans captive to suck their energy out, so... He didn't kick the can, but in a way he kinda stopped the boss. Even though not defeated it. That's one way to do it, I guess. And by working together, Neon and Ace kick the can out of the field. Well, Buffer thinks he was part of this as well, but actually he never touched the can. But even if they have won, Keiwa is eliminated because he's too injured to continue. What? You cannot take Keiwa from us. He was the best character. What? But with Sarah still remembering everything because she touched the buckle, maybe she becomes the new tycoon? This episode, this ended wild. How will the show be without Keiwa? Guess we'll see. Desire Grand Prix rule. In the case of emergencies such as a serious injury or illness that prevent participants from continuing, they are eliminated. Episode 9. Encounter F. Wake Up Monster. I might be wrong about this, but the Jamar area expanding is not a good thing, right? Very likely a bad thing with a Game Master in person appearing here. Well, that is something. I wonder where this is going. Ah, of course. It's going to a Tamagotchi game to destroy the can in the end. Wait, what? No, seriously. They have to care for and hatch these eggs to get something that is able to destroy the can of the returned Jamar. Weird. But I like it. Oh no, not the baby! Come on, I know the people would survive. Well, will they survive if they are trampled upon? Huh. Also, you need the life energy. Killing them like this won't do you any good, right? Ah, baby is okay. Good. It was always weird that after transformation stuff like heads or something would stay on in some cases, but your regular clothes are gone or underneath the armor. But this is new. The thing getting literally stuck in the armor after transforming is, well, I don't know where to sort that in. It's weird, it's kinda interesting, but also nothing makes sense about this transforming stuff. I'm taking a wild guess here and say maybe the egg in the hand of a Jamar foot soldier is a bad thing. You should get that back. Well, she will get that back, obviously. Huh, the phone can turn into spider mode. What is this, Kamen Rider Double? I mean, was also a great show, so... Huh. And it brings you a bento loot box. With a boost buckle inside. Which is still existing even though Keiwa isn't here anymore. Which is, yeah, actually not that weird because it did exist before Keiwa became a rider. But the fun is all gone now. And then Neon's egg hatches into a propeller add-on for her, which might or might not make her be able to fly. That actually sounds pretty cool. And after knocking it onto the table a few times, which is not something you should do with an egg, Buffers hatches as well into a drill. Which, yeah, of course there has to be a drill. This is Japanese media. There always has to be a drill. And then Ace's egg hatches not. Okay. He still needs some time. I mean, with this live stream, she doesn't go into the detail and doesn't mention the Desire Grand Prix, but shouldn't this still be a forbidden thing to do because people could find something out due to it? Well, I guess the Game Master isn't interfering, so it's fair game? Yeah, this was surprising. I mean, yeah, you don't die if you're not a Kamen Rider anymore, but you lose all memories. But as far as I could gather, this is just an illusion Buffer has here. I am not completely sure about that. it's a bit weird. And well, Ace just looks at his coin, which is a memento of his mother, I guess? We don't know much about that, just a few flashbacks that don't tell us anything. We don't get a really good shot of it, but yeah, Propeller actually can fly. Even though it kinda seems like she has to jump and then can control herself in the air a bit. But it's not like controlled falling, it's more than that. Just, I'm not sure if it's straight up flying or just more like she has some time in the air before she goes down. Something like that. But even with Drill and Propeller united, they don't even get a scratch into this thing. Which, no surprise, there's an egg missing. Of course Ace will do this. And after getting a pep talk from Buffer, Ace comes to the conclusion that he needs to use the egg as a shield. Wait, what? It turns into this monkey-looking form buckle, which looks interesting. I mean, it's probably not monkey, but, well, we're gonna see what it actually is. Monster. Wait, what? How? It doesn't really look like a monster. Well, I guess it can be seen as a monster, with monster designs being very varied. And also the Z's. Is this like some nightmare monster thing? Like, is it connected to sleeping? Like a child's fear of a monster in the closet or something? That seems the most logical, right? That's also why it's kinda cutish. And design-wise, I mean, I really like this design. It looks so cool. But it also looks like it's a higher form than Magnum and stuff, which it isn't. It's on the same level. It just looks more powered up, you could say. And he gum bazookas the can inside the monster and destroyed it. With one hit. Well, he proclaimed it would be a one-hit KO, but it actually was. Cool. And Punk Jack not only talks, but we also see it's this guy who we actually don't know, so, okay. And Tsumuri here isn't happy with Ace's wish of how the world would look like. And I mean, I have no idea what world he wishes for, they don't show us yet, so, guess we'll see next episode what the problem with that is. But another unmasking happens. The Game Master is that barkeeper guy. That is kinda underwhelming, to be quite honest. Well, this episode was great. I love the raising of the X thing because I love Tamagotchi stuff. See my Digimon World streams. And you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it was a fitting end to this world. And I really love that we go through several worlds, apparently, which, that's nice. This, even without Keiwa, may be really great. Desire Grand Prix rule. When a desired deity's wish is granted, the world is remade, and the people's memories are reset. That is how the world has been protected.
So, what did you think about these episodes? Tell me in the comments down below. Also, mourn the loss of Keiwa by clicking the like and subscribe button, as well as that little bell. And then check out the links down in the description to my Twitter and Instagram, where I post stuff and keep you updated, as well as to my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. I hope to see you over there as well, and until next time, bye-bye!